Clubs coming up to Liverpool for the boxing from the amateur days all the way through a real fight city. Obviously Paul Smith and all the Smith brothers, they've really, Tony Bellew as well, just a golden era for Liverpool boxing, so great to be back here.
There's a real buzz around this one, Johnny.
In Saudi?
No, in Liverpool.
You know what, it's actually really loud so I can hardly hear you. Yes, there is a buzz. I was actually just saying earlier on, I remember the Liverpoolians, the crowd is ridiculous. Remember when David Hay and Tony Bellew were up there? The hullabaloo, all the noise, all the shouting, all the passion that you got from the fans. Liverpool's a good fighting city, so if there's a good fight on, they'll rock up for it.
And our headliner, it's a homecoming for Liam Smith against Hassan Mwakinyo. Not an easy opponent for Liam Smith at all.
No, not an easy opponent, but I think where Liam's been performing at, it is a step down. But it's important for him to stay busy. He's waiting on a world title shot or a big fight maybe with Eubank, like the winner of Eubank and Ben. But it's important that he keeps moving and he stays busy. And he's a good opponent. He's upset the apple cart before in Birmingham against Sam Egginton. So Liam can't afford to look past him because there are some big fights out there for Liam. But he's got to take care of business on Saturday.
Liam's opponent's on a roll as well. He's stopped 3 of his last 5. So therefore, he's ambitious, 27 years old. Liam's 34. So we just got to think to ourselves, you know what? Liam's got to keep his eye on the ball. No, don't take things for granted.
And like Matt just said there, Sam Egginton, he's the common opponent in common of both fighters, both Liam and Hassan. But it was Hassan that actually disposed of him in quicker fashion, Johnny.
I can't hear you, so I'll ask it again. It's just like,
what's the point of doing this?
Yeah.
You heard me.
Yeah, so he got rid of Sam Egginton quicker than Liam did, but Liam did it more comprehensively. I think he caught Sam looking past him a little bit. So you factor that in, and I think Liam's a good favourite here. But as we say in boxing, you know, it's a 2-horse race. You've got to go in there. You can't look past this guy because he is dangerous. He can bang.
It is a big night for Liam, but also a big night for Natasha Jonas. She won a world title at third time of asking, moved up 3 weight divisions to do so. Not an easy world title defence against Patricia Burkhardt, but also a huge chance for Natasha to unify.
You know what, Natasha would have been stuck between a rock and a hard place, performing here in Liverpool or to perform next week on that massive show we've got next week. She decided to give her home fans something special. Natasha saw walking earlier on, and she looks in great condition. True warrior. I'm quite sure she'll go out there and make everybody proud in Liverpool tomorrow night. I think she'll do a great job.
How tough a challenge does she have in front of her, Natasha? Because how tough a challenge does she have in front of her? 10 years a junior, Burkhardt is undefeated. Not an easy night for her.
No, she's a current reigning world champion herself. It's a unification. It's a proper fight. It's not a homecoming showcase. But I don't think Tasha would have had it any other way. You know, I think she performs better when she's in at the deep end.
She seems to like that, doesn't she? She seems to thrive under pressure. She almost likes being the underdog in these kind of fights.
She doesn't. You know, some fighters are like that. Some fighters, I used to love that. I used to love going in there and being in the lion's den. I was more comfortable there because that's when you box to the best of your ability. When the pressure's on you, you feel as though that's a lot more pressure. So she's that kind of fighter where she thinks, oh, I like it when the chips are against me. So it's a good trait to have.
I know the fight that you're most looking forward to probably is Aziz Pitters. That has all the ingredients to be a cracker, doesn't it? That could actually turn out to be fight of the night.
That's the fight that it's very difficult to pick a winner because you can make a strong case for either. I mean, Dan Aziz looked brilliant against Jose Alberto. Didn't look so good then in his next fight, which is his last performance. And of course, Shakan lost to Craig Richards. But when you look at the fight he gave Boatsi, that makes that actually a better performance. So I think that's a very well matched fight.
When you see them both stood together, it's like me stood with my granddaughter. The side difference is ridiculous.
Yeah,
but Dan is very comfortable and confident in regards to how this is set out. So if he sticks to his game plan, he should walk him down.
Well, it's a huge night of action. Our fighters are ready to get on the scale, so let's hand you over to Big Mo for the introductions.
Good afternoon, Liverpool, and welcome to the Hilton, today's site for our official weigh-ins for Boxer Fight Night, live on Sky Sports this Saturday, September 3rd, beginning at 7 o'clock p.m. Doors will be open at 4:30 p.m. We would like to thank our official partners today, Bet365, Everlast, Village Hotels, and Wow Hydrate, our official hydration partner. We're going to bring up each fighter for each of the fights this Saturday, allow them to weigh in. For that, we will go to our officials, Mr. Barry Colson and Paul Warburton from the British Boxing Board of Control. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our first fight of the evening, Saturday night, scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds in the Cruiserweight division. Please welcome to the scales first, from Klaipėda, Lithuania, Dmitry Rambo Kalinowski.
So this is 4 rounds at Cruiserweight between Scott Forrest and Dmitry Kalinowski. We saw him turn pro in February on the undercard of Josh Taylor versus Jack Cattle. Scott Forrest, what are you looking to see, Johnny, tomorrow night?
It's development at this stage in your career when you're doing 4 rounders. This is where you're learning your craft, learning your trade. You want to see all shapes and sizes when you get in there. And it's a chance for us to see what style fighter is. He's a bang, he's a strong, and see how technically astute he is.
Yeah, exactly. Just a 4-round fight. It's just developing.
Right to the scales. Please welcome from Edinburgh, Scotland, Scott Forrest.
Forrest, that is. He's the house fighter here. So just he's developing. He's working on things in the gym with his trainers, and we want to see him, try those things out in the fight seat and incorporate that into part of his repertoire.
And these are the nights, Johnny, to try those things out and experiment.
Yeah, Forrest is you'd think he's muscled down. Looking at him, I think he's a PT. That's what he does in his spare time. So right now,
no excuses.
so right now, I think that will benefit him. The problem is down the line. You've got it down the line when you've got some long stretch hard fights. You've got to dig. He's got to carry that weight. He's got to carry that muscle. But right now, he looks the part. Ticks every box. That's what I look like when in my dreams.
I was about to say in your head.
in my dreams.
I've just seen what you've had for lunch.
1 of 4.
That's where we're going wrong.
1 of 4, yeah, that's right.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this Cruiserweight contest is our opening bout Saturday evening. 4 3-minute rounds live from the M&S Bank Arena here in Liverpool.
And when I actually boxed, I didn't like these short fights. Did you, Matt?
4 rounds are horrible.
Yeah, is that because you just can't get going?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
When you find your rhythm, it is over.
Yeah, I'm picking my rhythm up to round 3 onwards, and I'm struggling.
And also, in a 4-round fight, if you lose the first round, all of a sudden you lose one more round, and it's a draw. The best you can get is a draw, so you're under pressure then, really. If you're a slow starter, 4 rounders isn't your thing.
That's why I lost my first 3 professional fights, because the rounds I just saw, I'm no good, number 1. Number 2, it's just the time's too short. And these guys here, it's a quick sprint, so you've got to make sure you stay on top of it.
I actually think they should do away with 4-round fights in professional boxing. I just think at times it suits the...
It's a transition. It's the transition from the amateurs to the pro.
Introducing up next to the scales for our next bout, 4 3-minute rounds in the welterweight division. Please welcome, from Sofia, Bulgaria, Peter Alexandrov.
So Clark Smith versus Peter Alexandrov. Clark Smith is making his professional debut tomorrow night, Johnny. He'll be looking to make a big impression, I'm sure. But as always with professional debuts, can't run before you walk, but there's a lot of pressure on these things to perform and deliver those big statements.
I saw Boxing Falk in with his team, pretty excited, they're looking forward to it, and they're just walking into the unknown now, and that's what the professional game is. These guys boxing 10-10, and they've got to get in there and they've got to do what they do in the gym in a fight, and that's where you're going to have a rude awakening. That's when you're going to find the difference where there's a crowd, where the lights on, when you've got lots of people watching you. You've got to be comfortable with that.
Well, Clark Smith comes with a solid amateur background, won 3 national titles, including the youth championship, 72 amateur bouts, and won 60 of them, over 60 in that match. That stands him in good stead.
Yeah, for sure. And
his opponent, fighting out of the red corner.
What I give more weight to it
England,
is Joe Gallagher, who's trained
Clark
many champions
Smith.
over the years. I spoke to him a few weeks ago, and I introduced him to him, Clark, and he said he was really raving about him. He expects big things. He's trying to kind of milk the fact that he looks a little bit like Canelo from a promotional point of view.
I mean, I was looking earlier. You could kind of see it, John.
I see where you're going. I see where you're at. And Clark's coach, he was, he can be very animated in regards to his fighters shouting him out. And he was taking this young man through what he had to do. Came up, introduced him to everybody, basically saying, "Get used to see who Iran is, get used to see who everybody is." So it's good learning.
When it's your professional debut, it's not just the night that you have to get used to, is it? It's the fight week, it's all the activities around it, it's getting seasoned and used to doing all that, along with getting in the ring and doing the goods on Saturday night.
Yeah, everything, the whole, you're weighing in the day before, the press conference before that, media workout, just getting used to those things and cutting weight, because when you're boxing the amateurs, you weigh on the day, very different to weighing in 24, 30, to 30 hours before. You can go down a lot, you can take more water out and rehydrate up, so he'll be looking at all that as well. It looks,
he looks pretty relaxed,
great shape.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, moving back to our second fight on the card Saturday evening. 6 3-minute rounds in the super middleweight division. Please welcome first to the scales from Leicester, England, Musa King Mufasa Mayo.
6 rounds at super middleweight between Diego Costa and Musa Moyo. For Diego Costa, unbeaten as a pro, and he's known for his power punching, Johnny, a big puncher.
So this is now, it's about showcasing. It's about seeing how talented a fighter is, see how talented Costa is. He has the punch power. Will he just depend on that? Will he be trigger happy? Will he try and get in there to box and bash and develop his career? Remember, he's only doing 6 minutes. So now he's just got to develop himself as a professional fighter.
Official weight for King Mufasa, 12 stone, 6 pounds.
Good footwork in the ring from Costa, Johnny, because
and his opponent
he's a big fan
from
of
Manchester, England, by way of Recife.
There we go.
Brazil.
One of the team.
Please welcome Diego.
He's on the team. It's actually very beneficial to a lot of fighters, because it makes you think hand-foot-eye coordination. And I know it doesn't sound it, but if he's got that to a T, I reckon his footwork will be bang right.
Well, Ben Whittaker is someone that says that his dancing background really helps him in the ring in terms of his footwork.
You know what? We need to go salsa the one dancing one. I will show you how good this is.
Johnny, I can salsa.
Oh, right.
I
okay.
challenge you.
Bring it on.
Don't challenge me. I'm like the Tin Man.
I'd probably have no toes left if we went dancing.
Great shape, looks in excellent condition.
Official weight for Dinamita, 12 stones.
Bang on the weight there. What kind of fight are you expecting, Matt, in this one?
Fireworks. We know that Diego Costa is a big puncher. But King Mustafa, that's got to be from the Lion King, or Mufasa. He's got a winning record. He's got his own ambitions. So I think it'll be a fast-paced fight.
You look at Costa's physique. You look at how he is, and it's how fighters, especially at this stage, prepare themselves. Attitude to get into the ring as a professional. This is your career. This is if you train like a champion, expect championship results. Yeah, and you look at the conditioning coming in there, so you'd expect him to at this stage in his career, to be able to fly through until he gets to the domestic level.
Can we see any early stoppages in this one, Johnny?
I do. Good condition, looks in great condition.
Our fourth bout on the
I'm honest with you.
Saturday evening, scheduled for 3-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Please welcome to the scales first from Sheffield, England, Carl Sampson.
4 minutes at lightweight between Frankie Stringer and Carl Sampson. This is Frankie Stringer's just second professional fight. So far, so good for him. What are you looking to see?
Again, you know, it's a 4-round fight. They're both novice professionals. Just looking for a good fight here and see, you know, the best man win. I think that both of them is probably the toughest fight so far in both their
fighting out of the red corner from right here in Liverpool, England. Please welcome Frankie Stringer.
For Frankie, Johnny, he's fighting in his hometown, which can add a little bit of pressure, can't it? Because you do want to perform. There is that urge to perform it in front of your home crowd.
And clearly a fan's favourite.
Yeah.
The crowd got a bit of a lift from him. He looks a bit like a baby though when he gets up there. Really.
He's only 21 years old.
Yeah, he's a baby then.
Yeah.
But again, you know, you've got 2 fighters that really want to make an impression.
At this stage, though, Matt.
Official weight 9 stone, 10 pound for Frankie Stringer.
Pound under, made the weight. At this stage, Matt, is it more about just getting the rounds under your belt, getting the experience?
Yeah, all about getting around, getting experience, being part of a big show. It'll motivate him to want to win and put on a good performance, especially the Liverpool kid. And, you know, getting a win here, it gives him a taste of being on a big card. He'll motivate him to want to achieve more himself.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this lightweight contest live from the M&S Bank Arena, Saturday evening.
You know, he's training in the gym with John McNally, who trains Liam Smith.
And when you're in that kind of environment, it inspires you, doesn't it? It
does.
makes you want it even more. It makes you more hungry.
Look, we all need heroes, we all need idols, because we believe he can do it, I can do it. You know, it's been done before by someone where I'm from, who trains where I train. And actually, I've ran with him, I've trained with him, maybe I've sparred with him, and I feel like, yeah, I can get there.
Jumping ahead on the card Saturday evening, our 7th bout, scheduled for 3-minute rounds in the middleweight division. Please welcome to the scales first, from Paddingham, England, Seamus, the Celtic Cobra, Devlin. Official weight 11 stone, 8 pounds, 5 ounces for the Celtic Cobra. And his opponent, coming to us with a perfect, undefeated record of 6 wins, 0 losses, from Liverpool, Paddy Lacey. Official weight
addition to this trial here in Liverpool, unbeaten. Got a good fan base, and I'm quite sure you hear off the arena go mad when he steps in the ring tomorrow night.
And for Paddy, it's so far so good for him. 6-0. Background in football. Now he's in boxing, Matt.
Yeah, and a local lad too, so he wants to keep progressing, keep moving on, climbing the ladder, climbing the rankings. It's a Sky televised card, so he'll be very eager to impress not just to the fans watching on television, but the local fans here that I'm sure bought tickets and have come to support him.
It's an intense
bit of needle there.
Yeah. Well, if that's anything to go by, Johnny, we could have a bit of a barnstormer there.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our opening bout on the main card, live on Sky Sports Saturday evening. Scheduled for 12 3-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division is for the British Light Heavyweight Championship, and it is an eliminator bout for the Commonwealth Light Heavyweight Championship and the International Light Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he stands 6 feet 6 inches tall and comes to us with a professional record of 17 wins, 1 loss, from Birmingham, England, Shakan Pitters.
So, Dan Aziz versus Shakan Pitters. Johnny, this is your potential fight of the night, this one. Interested to see what they both look like, because there is an obvious size difference going on between these two.
Now, if you're going to watch this show Saturday night,
yep,
this is where you've got to be there from the off, because to open our show, for this to be this fight is a proper gift, because this is a proper pick-em. It's a good fight. It'd be interesting, intriguing, and you know what? You look at Pitters, look at the size of this unit. A proper unit it is. But then when you see him stood with Dan Azim, you'll be so surprised. You want to see how this one pans out.
There is something, though, about the British title. We talk about this all the time, Matt, that it seems to produce something special. It brings out something special in the fighters.
Yeah, without a doubt. You know, I've actually known Shaq Pitter since he was a kid. His dad trained me for a couple of years as an amateur at a small league boxing club, so I know him very well. Yeah, the British title fight. It just gets. There's so many 50 fights so that you get guys who are still improving that come together where maybe they've been managed and navigated into getting hand-picked opponents, but the British title throws guys in against each other while they're not only at their peak, but in a lot of cases they're climbing the ladder, they're still getting better.
What is it you like about Dan Aziz, Johnny? He's
Very
a bit of
likeable.
a throwback fighter,
Yes,
isn't he?
he is. He reminds me of Marvin Hagler. He does the style, his attitude and everything about him. He was on the show with Andy Scott in the week, and he was so likeable. He was telling stories about when he was sparring with top dogs out there. And he's just the kind of kid that you just want to. It's like the boy next door.
Official weight 12 stone, 6 pounds, 5 ounces for the defending champion, Dan Aziz.
All good for Dan Aziz. We often talk about styles, Matt, and this has all the ingredients for a beautiful clash of styles in this one, doesn't it?
I think it's a bit of fight of the night. I think it'll be a great fight. I think Dan Aziz is probably a slight favourite. He's got the momentum, he's undefeated. He's got the win against Jose Burton, where he looks brilliant. So we know he can fight tall guys pretty good. He actually makes himself even smaller and kind of springs up to it, like he models himself on Marvin Hagler. But Shaq Khan, will be looking to drill those straight right hands, try and catch him with the uppercut as well as he comes in.
That's how the fight. That's how you got to look at it, because Shakan's going to be thinking, bring the shots up, because the only place where Dan Aziz can go is to duck down, try and slip under the shots. So it's about game plan as well, and pressure.
A very different face-off there to the one at the press conference yesterday, because yesterday there was a few laughs between the two of them. They had a few giggles with the size and height.
Probably a bit, when you hear someone else talking about how they're going to beat you or how they're going to knock you out, it makes you react. So they're actually both really humble, friendly, good guys. But, may the best man win.
All right, well, let's hear from Shakan and Dan Aziz. They're with Andy Scott.
Hell of a lot of respect between the two of you, so I don't mind interviewing you together. But when that first bell rings, I'm sure that respect goes out the window. Dan, come to you first. Proud owner of that Lonsdale belt. How desperate are you that you'll keep hold of that on Saturday?
Yeah, like you mentioned, I'm very proud, and I just want to show that I'm the real deal. And taking on people like Shakan, that's only going to cement my legacy as one of the top light heavyweights domestically right about now. So yeah, man, that's what it's about. Just going out there, proving that, I am the real deal.
What's your prediction when that first bell rings?
I predict excitement. That's all I can tell you. I'm sure he's very. He really wants to get this British title back. And I really want to keep it. So it's just ingredients for an exciting fight.
So much talk about your size and making this limit. 12.6 on the nose. Just sure it's not easy, but you look comfortable enough up there.
Yeah, I'm very comfortable at making the weight, to be honest, and I'm good, man. I'm in good shape. I've had a good preparation, and I'm ready for an exciting fight come Saturday night.
Yeah, same question to you. What's your prediction? He says excitement. I'm sure excitement, but you'll want to win this.
100%. It's definitely going to be exciting. Dan's a tough operator, but I believe I'll get the win on the night, definitely.
Credit to both of you for standing there and having this respect. Best of luck when that first bell rings.
So both fighters predicting excitement. Johnny, give me a bit more than that. What are you predicting?
There's no needle there between them. There's a lot of professional respect there. But when the bell goes,
go all out the window.
You've got a current champion against the next champion. The risk they'd be out of the window, because these guys want the win in a big way, which makes for an exciting fight, because it's not personal. This is purely business. They'll shake hands after the fight, but they'll give it their all while they're in there.
All right, let's get back to Big Mo.
Up next, ladies and gentlemen, 10 3-minute rounds for the International Youth Super Lightweight Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Santa Rosa, La Pampa, Argentina, please welcome Michelle Cabral.
So, 10 rounds for the International Super Lightweight Championship between Adam Azim and Michelle Cabral. Adam Azim, Johnny, one of the hottest prospects in boxing right now.
On the top of the stairs, Adam walks in with his crew, and his back's massive.
£5 for Mr. Cabral.
And his back's massive. And I commented on it before. Adam prepares for fights now as though he's boxing for a championship. And that's what you need, and that's why at this level, at this stage in his career, he should blitz a lot of the opponents because he trains like a champion right now. So you'd expect to win, so it's a fashion of the win you want to see from Adam.
By way of knockout, from Slough, England, the reigning, defending International Youth Super Lightweight Champion, Adam Azim.
There is so much love for Adam Azim. So far, he's produced some devastating performances. Are you expecting more of the same tomorrow night from him? Because Cabral, he's never been stopped before.
Yeah, I think so, but he's never been stopped before, but he's never fought anyone with the ability, the explosive power of Adam Azim. He's really burst on the scene, and the reason we're raving about him is because he's been putting the performances in. We're not just saying, oh, he's a this amateur and great amateur. Yeah, we know he had the amateur pedigree, but he's really impressed us with how he's performed as a professional.
Adam's a man in a hurry as well, Johnny. He's made a big statement saying he wants to become the youngest world champion out there. Looking so far, could he realistically achieve that, do you think? Because he's going at quite a pace.
At 20 years old, it's a bold statement.
Yeah.
It's a good goal to set for yourself. And this is how much of a pro he is. I asked him if he was going to go to the show next week. He said, no, I've got to be in training camp. You know, so he's not having a day off. Monday he'll be back in the gym again. And otherwise he wanted, because I want to go, but I've got to be in training camp. I like the attitude. It's a championships mentality. And in thinking like that, you expect the result.
Okay, let's hear from Adam Azim. He's making his way over to Andy Scott. Just popping his shoes on. There we go.
Adam, great to see you. You're all about making statements. Just how confident are you ahead of tomorrow night? Michelle Cabral, never been stopped before.
Yeah, I'm very confident. Like, I've been in the gym. This is probably the best shape I've ever been in so far. So yeah, I can't wait for Saturday. It's going to be a spectacular night.
Giving a little bit of weight away there, is that any concern at all?
Not really. You know, fair play to him. You know, coming, you know, all the way from Argentina in a 15-hour flight. Obviously, it's kind of difficult to get that weight down, but you know, the weight doesn't faze me. You know, I'm ready because I've been sparring middleweights, super middleweights. I'm ready.
Part of this education with Boxer is going up and down the country and boxing in different cities, but this is a city that's very close to your heart.
Yeah, it is. It is because this city here in Liverpool, I'm a Liverpool supporter, so big up everyone who's a Liverpool supporter. Yeah, that's bring it on. That's it. Hopefully, no Liverpool beats Everton. Just saying. yeah. So it means a lot. I'm here. So,
just your final prediction. What do you want to show everyone tomorrow night?
Just another spectacular night. You guys want to see, you know what I mean, like what I'm capable of, and you guys know there's going to be another great celebration coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Azim.
Matt, when Adam Azim wins, we always see him do a back flick, and we can see that tomorrow night, I think.
Well, I hope it doesn't mess it up like we've seen on the KSI card, where we misjudged the distance on that one. So, yeah, I'm sure he'll land on his feet.
What do you reckon, Johnny?
Champion in the making.
And he seems to take the pressure on well, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he's taking it all in his stride.
And that's what I'm saying. At this stage, it's nothing to him. Whereas it's a big deal to most fighters at this stage in their career. But the bold statements he's shouting out, that's a lot to say, because if you don't do that, you're open to a lot of criticism. So I think this is part of his journey to hopefully getting to the top.
All right, let's get back to Big Mo.
Up next, ladies and gentlemen, 6 3-minute rounds in the heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he stands 6'5" and 1/2 inches tall. He comes to us with an undefeated record of 7 wins, no losses, 5 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Hailing from Plovdiv, Bulgaria, please welcome Pencho Svetkov.
Pencho Svetkov takes on Frazer Clark. 6 minutes at heavyweight between these two. So far, so good for Frazer Clark. He's looking to go 3-0 tomorrow night, but he's taking on a young, unbeaten Bulgarian man.
He is, but Frazer's so experienced. I know it's different now. He's a professional boxer, but he's still been in with so many good fighters over the years in the amateur game. So this is really. But look, a step down from in terms of what he's performing at, but it's his professional and he needs to get a win, he needs to move on.
Interestingly, Johnny, Frazer Clark is slightly different to Adam Azim in the sense that he doesn't seem to be in that much of a hurry. He wants to take it fight by fight, one step at a time.
I think Frazer's trying to be humble because he should be in a hurry at this stage in his life. He ages out, and so he's trying to stay cool with it. I think every fight must be a step or development in his career to get into some sort of title, and it will do. Frazer's used to this kind of pressure. He's used to it and very comfortable with it. But I'm quite sure they have a goal in hand. And he's worked with the best. He's worked with the likes of with Adrian and Richard Riatpo, so he wants that success to rub off on him.
And he will want to be getting that momentum behind him because he had a bit of a frustrating start, didn't he, to a professional career, because he had his pro fight back in February time and then hurt his hand. So he had to have surgery, time out for that, and then we saw him come back in Bournemouth and he delivered a spectacular win against Bracamonte.
Yeah, really. 19 6.5 stone, real big guy, very frustrated start to his career. And age time isn't on his side. He is kicking on a little bit, so he does need to make statements. He does need to push on, really.
He's a really likeable character.
Yes, he is. Yeah. It looks like he's lost a bit of weight, Frazer, as well. I know he's 19.6, but he's changed shape a little. More from the back, trim around the midsection, and he's a heavy-handed fighter as well.
Saturday night live from the M&S Bank Arena here in Liverpool. Svetkov versus Clark.
So as I said, we saw him win in style in Bournemouth, Frazer Clark. Will we see Frazer deliver another absolute cracker tomorrow?
I think so. I mean, that win in Bournemouth, that knockout, was actually really impressive, because although the guy didn't aesthetically look in great shape, he's a decent fighter. He's been experienced, been around a lot, so that was an impressive performance from Frazer. So I think, he's going to look to build on that and make a statement again on Saturday night.
Right, Big Frazer looks like he's ready to go, and he's ready to speak to Andy Scott. Let's hear from him now.
Big Frazer, big night for you on Saturday. It's all about momentum now. If Bournemouth was a bit of a rush shedding exercise and getting back under the bright lights, what do you want to show us on Saturday?
Every time I go out there, I'm wanting to show people, why there is this hype around me. I'm better than I've showed already. I know that, and moving forward, you're all going to see that. I feel good, I feel fit, strong, ready, and I'm glad we've got a game opponent, undefeated. He comes to knock people out, let him try and do me.
Just looking at the two of you on the scales there, how important is it to, make use of your skills, but also make the best of your physical advantages? 4 stone heavier on the scales there.
You ever seen a Rottweiler with a Chihuahua?
No, but I feel like you're going to tell us.
Yeah, that's what you need to imagine. That's how I'm going to go in there. I'm in there to box, but I'll use all my attributes and it'll be a good night.
Yeah, and if I was going to ask you at the end of the night, what do you want to show us? What do you want to get out of Saturday night? What's the answer?
The win. Simply the win. More rounds, more experience, more exposure, and hopefully perform to my best of my abilities and win. Winning's everything.
Good luck.
Thank you.
So Johnny, the Rottweiler versus his Chihuahua, that is how Frazer is viewing this one.
Well, it's better than the Derek Chisora.
An unfair contest, that.
It's better than the Derek Chisora analogies, so I'd go with that Rottweiler and Chihuahua. But great intentions, good intentions. He wants to get the job done, not intimidated by anything that's in front of him. A man that's coming in unbeaten, expected to get the win. So good attitude to have.
Let's get back to Big Mo.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our highly anticipated co-main event of the evening, Saturday, from the M&S Bank Arena. 10 2-minute rounds, a unification bout for the WBC and the WBO Women's Super Welterweight Championship. Introducing first to the scales, she comes to us with a perfect undefeated record of 15 wins, 0 losses, 3 of those wins coming by way of knockout. From Malmo, Sweden, the reigning, defending WBC Super Welterweight Champion, Patricia Bergholz.
This is a contest, Johnny, I am very much looking forward to tomorrow night. Natasha Jonas versus Patricia Bergholz. I mean, Natasha, as we spoke about at the top of the show, it meant everything to her winning that world title. 3 attempts, 3rd attempt, she won it, but she had to move up 3 weight divisions to do so. And she's staying at that weight division as she takes on Bergholz, which is by no means at all an easy defence for her. And a huge opportunity to unify.
She likes the pressure. She likes to be put under pressure. What an opportunity to unify titles on your home turf. How much more drive can you want? Because of the ups and downs she's had in her career, initially written off at one bit, thinking she's hit her best. Then picking up the world title, then fighting for a unification fight on home ground. You know what? I've got to rate Natasha massively.
Natasha Jonas.
Rightly so, Matt. A lot of support here for Natasha. As Johnny's just said, the opportunity, the chance to unify in your hometown doesn't really get much better than that, does it?
Definitely
for a
not.
fighter?
Definitely not. And her confidence since becoming world champion and coming here, defending her hometown. And look,
official weight 10 stone, 9 pounds, 5 ounces. From Liverpool, Natasha Jonas.
All good for Natasha on the scales.
Yeah, I think the thing, she's just got to not put too much pressure on herself here to try too hard to perform too, well and get everyone behind her. She just needs to focus on getting the win.
But like Johnny said, she almost enjoys that pressure.
No, she does, but the pressure to win, but don't have the pressure to try and steal the show or do it inside the distance or anything like that, because her opponent's undefeated.
10 years younger than Natasha as
10
well.
10 years younger, so this is a proper fight.
What kind of challenges, Johnny, do you think Bergholz will pose Tasha tomorrow night?
Pace. When you're against your opponent, it's pace. But Natasha's very naturally strong. She's got a natural dig at her. And when she has to, she'll put her foot on the pedal and try and press you into a tear up. That's what she wants. And that's what she's got to do with this fight tomorrow night. She's got to get it to be toe-to-toe with her and sling it out, make it a gunslinging match.
It's could be a really tough fight for Tasha. This girl's undefeated. She's world champion. She's not here in her head as a B-side or an opponent for Tasha. She's here to make a defence of her world title and take Tasha's strap.
Well, Bergholz is taking it all in the stride, but as is Tasha. She looks very confident indeed. Let's hear what she's got to say. She's with Andy.
Tasha, biggest cheer of the day so far. That's just a small window into what it's going to be like tomorrow night. Just how excited do you think you'll be at the top of the ramp there?
Yeah, it's obviously there was the opportunity to box next week on a huge card, and like I said, I keep saying it, there's no place like home. I want to box here in front of my family, in front of my friends, in front of all my supporters, and give the city something to smile about.
What do you have to do tomorrow night to make sure you capture that green and gold WBC belt?
I have to box smart, I have to box clever, keep my concentration, and just impose my strengths.
You've got a final message for everybody here, but also everyone that's going to be tuning in?
Just thank you for sticking with me. It's been a long old journey of ups and downs, but we got there in the end, and we're going to continue to strive and get belts.
Enjoy it. Well done. Tasha Jonas. Let's just bring in our second champion. Patricia, you know that you're in Natasha Jonas's hometown, but just how excited are you to have the opportunity to add a belt to your collection tomorrow night? One of you will be leaving as the unified champion.
I'm really excited to be here, and I'm looking forward to Saturday. So I'm just happy to be here.
You two are both so respectful, but what sort of fight can we expect when the first bell rings?
A technical fight. She's a technical boxer and I'm a technical boxer, so a technical fight.
I'll give you the opportunity as well. The fans are here for Tasha, there's no denying that. I know you have some fans here, but have you got a message for everyone back home?
Yeah, thank you for supporting me. Tune in tomorrow.
Patricia, best of luck.
Both very respectful, Matt, but that's all going to go out the window surely tomorrow night.
I think they're respectful sports people. Look, when the bell rings, any friendship or respect is completely out the window. They're standing in each other's way for bigger and better things. So, but she said she expects a technical fight. She's watched Tasha, she's studied her, good southpaw boxer. So yeah, I think that could be a technical boxing match.
Who's going to get the win?
I think Tasha's in great form. I lean to Tasha, but this girl's undefeated. She's reigning world champion as well, probably naturally bigger as well. So she has a lot of advantages in her corner, but I think Tasha with the hometown cheering her on like the 11th man, and I think she'll get there.
It's going to be a great atmosphere. Right, let's get back to Big Mo for our main event weigh-in.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our main event Saturday evening here in Liverpool, presented by our official partners, Bet365, Everlast, Village Hotels, and Wow Hydrate, our official hydration partner. Scheduled for 12 3-minute rounds in the super welterweight division. Introducing first to the scales, coming to us with a professional record of 20 wins, 2 losses, 14 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Miami, Florida, by way of Tanga, Tanzania, introducing Hassan Tornado Mwakinyo.
Liam Smith versus Hassan Mwakinyo. Liam Smith back on Sky Sports and begins his boxer journey tomorrow night. He's been waiting a long time for this, Matt.
Yeah, I think the biggest worry or the biggest thing he needs to watch out for or be conscious of, Liam, is not to be complacent, not to look past. Even though McConwell's dangerous, he can punch as well, and Liam's got good defense. I don't expect that to happen, but he's just got to make sure he stays focused.
Official weight 11 stone 1 pound for Hassan Mwakinyo.
Matt raises a good point there about complacency. He can't afford to overlook Mwakinyo because there is talk he wants to be back in world title contention again, but he cannot afford to overlook.
Liverpool, are you ready for the homecoming?
Ambitious as well. He could look in excellent condition coming in here. And again, this is one of those situations where the guy that's been there before in Smith, he thinks, I've got this. This is my level. He's got to have full respect for Mwakinyo, because if he doesn't, this can slip away from him.
Introducing the former British Commonwealth and WBO World Champion, the pride of Liverpool, introducing Liam Smith.
As expected, a lot of support here for Liam Smith from his home crowd. Of course, Liam Smith, one of the brilliant Smith brothers from Liverpool, Matt. This is just a taster of what it's going to be like tomorrow night. But as we've said, Mwakinyo, he's not an easy opponent at all for Liam Smith, and he comes in this, he'll be full of confidence. He's going into this off the back of a 3-bout knockout streak as well, so that's going to stand him in some good stead. Yeah,
Mwakinyo's got nothing to lose, everything to gain. Liam wants to get another shot at the world title or secure a big fight against Eubank, so he can't afford any slip-ups here, so he's got to really be focused.
Official weight 11 stone 5 pound 5 ounces for Liam Smith.
All good for Liam Smith. He looks in good shape, Johnny.
shape. He's done it before. He's been there before. He knows what to do and be totally professional about it. He's just got to keep the momentum going in the right direction with his career. But looks in excellent shape. Had to strip Drake down to the underpants where his opponent didn't. So probably tells me he's naturally a little lighter.
We've spoken about it a bit earlier on. The common opponent between these two fighters is Sam Eggington. Mwakinyo disposed of him in quicker fashion, but can we read too much into that?
Yeah, he did. Came out on short notice as well for Sam Eggington, but sometimes fighter A will beat fighter B, but fighter B will beat fighter C, who's lost to fighter A. So it's just back to front. I wouldn't read much into that, but you know both fighters can dig.
What kind of fight are you expecting, Matt?
I think it catch fire pretty early, I do. I think Mwakinyo's dangerous early. He knows he can bang, so I think he's going to look to go out there and get a hold of Liam, but I think Liam will take what he's got and fire straight back at him. I think he'll catch fire, this fight will. I think Liam stops him inside 6 rounds.
Because he wants that world title shot yet again.
Yeah.
Surely he'll be looking to make a statement, and that will be his stage to prove that.
He'll want to make a statement. He's topping the bill here at Sky in Liverpool. Mwakinyo's dangerous, can punch, and he'll come out pretty aggressive, look to impose himself on Liam, but I think Liam will just take whatever he's got and give him back twice as much.
Well, that face-off started off pretty sort of steely and ended up in smiles. What was said there?
Do you think who's going to stop this? Who's going to tell us to turn around? So you're ever going to stand there all day? I just think, let's get on with business. The fight is done in the ring.
Let's see what Liam's got to say with Andy.
Liam, intense face-to-face there and a little joke at the end there. What can you tell us on camera that you said to him?
I just said, remember the spar, Hassan. That's all I needed to say.
It's been interesting because this is the first time on Fight Week you've actually had a chance to see him with his no-shows at the events. Has that just added to the intrigue around this whole thing?
No, it's just good to know. Obviously, the fight's on now. When you get to away and the fight's on, so that's when it becomes real. I knew of Hassan before I seen him here this week. I knew what I had to prepare for, and prepare for that. Come on, I can't speak.
You and me both, don't worry. It's interesting that you said earlier in the week, sparring, it doesn't matter, but you've said to him at the face-to-face there, remember what happened in sparring, so what can you tell us?
Yeah, no, I'm not going to tell other people, obviously. I'm not a story brag, but I'll tell him. He knows. So I just thought I'd give him a little reminder the last time we were in the ring together, what happened, so that'll sit with him.
We know how much you enjoy that arena. We know how much you enjoy fighting in front of this home crowd. What happens when the lights go down? It's just you and Hassan and the referee tomorrow.
Yeah, obviously the Liverpool fans always turn out, and I'm humbled and grateful for it all the time, and I'm happy that every time we fought in Liverpool, I've been able to repay them with a win. So, I think Saturday's going to be no different. And again, under the lights, little gloves on, with a bit of fear in me because of the crowd. I think you get the best of me, and I think Hassan's in a world of trouble Saturday.
You're a seasoned pro, you've done this before, you know that all those big fights that you want down the road go away if you don't get past Hassan. Is that a nice pressure to have?
Yeah, I've heard it all before, and I heard it with Fowler, I heard it with Vargas, I heard it with everybody, to be fair, and at the stage of my career that's a given. So I'm always prepared for that, and you'll see Saturday how I prepare for it.
Beefy, all the very best of luck.
Well, a very, very confident Liam Smith there, Matt.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And why wouldn't you? He's lost 3 times, but in company Canelo, Munguia, and out in Russia where everyone thought he won that fight. So he wants another world title shot. Defeat here on Saturday is unthinkable because it really would set him back. I don't expect that to happen. I expect him to win and win well.
Could that experience with that calibre of opponent, could that be the difference tomorrow night, do you think, Johnny?
Massive. Listen, that calibre of opponent, he'll step his game up because he can't afford to lose here at home. So that natural talent, that natural raw ability he has will show up Saturday night. Anything less, then it's an upsetting night for everybody in Liverpool.
You know what? I think his opponent, going by what Liam said about the spar, will be nervous, but I think it'll make him start fast. So I think this fire will catch fire early.
We often say you can't read too much into the spars, but that seemed to be like a little psychologically dig.
It was a very confident dig that Liam dropped on him there, just to say, remember what happened last time this fight. No, he's not a sparring bragger, but ex-fighters amongst us tells you, when you're willing to say openly like that, there was no dispute about what happened in sparring. He knows. So if he thinks he's got the better of him in sparring, he knows what he can do. That's the confidence. But do not be complacent, because some people step the level up when it comes to actually fighting.
So the first bell goes tomorrow night. What happens between those two?
I think it'll be a fast start, because I think, like I said, Mwakinyo will be nervous. I think if Liam did hurt him in sparring, will have that edge on him. I think
he's walking into the lion's den as well, isn't he?
Yeah, I just think he's going to come out quickly. I think he'll be fighting on nervous energy. We've seen it in Saudi Arabia, the Callum Smith's opponent, and he come back in the first round, and Buddy said to him, he's fighting on nervous energy. That's what I expect to happen on Saturday night. I think Mwakinyo's going to come out really fast, and I think Liam will match him and tame him.
Johnny?
I think Liam will wear him down, and it's educated pressure, and with educated pressure, he gets a fight inside the stoppage ring.
If you could pick one fight now you're most looking forward to, which is it going to be?
I think Dan Aziz and Shaq on Peters, but also Tasha's fight. That's a tough one.
Yeah, and the main event.
I think Natasha's fight is going to be an intriguing one. I think that could probably be one of the most exciting fights on the bill, obviously, apart from Dan, of course. But it's a good bill. It's a great bill, all in all.
And it's going to be a great night and a great atmosphere, isn't it? We cannot wait. That is it from us here at the weigh-in. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, Matt. I'll see you both tomorrow night. And make sure you join us 7 o'clock on Sky Sports Arena for all the action. We'll see you there.